Hello, this is Mark Denham, radio presenter, audio producer, podcaster, and voiceover. And you may have noticed earlier today, I did a post about working home in the coronavirus outbreak and keeping yourself safe and the choice between a dynamic and a condenser microphone. What I didn't, however, do, which is very remiss of me, which is what I am doing now, because I didn't want to remake that whole thing. What I'm doing now is I'm doing a part 2, and that is a little chat about equipment that you will need if you are going to set yourself up from home. Now, we will start, let's say, with the obvious equipment that you will need. That is a microphone. And your choices basically are, as I mentioned earlier, a condenser microphone if you have access to a sound-treated room. That's acoustic foam or other methods around the room to trap and control the room reflections. Or if not, then a dynamic microphone. If you're looking at a condenser microphone, then you can't go far wrong, to be honest, with a Rode NT1, NT1A, or the Rode NT2 or NT2A. Also, if you've got the budget and that, and you're going to make this more than just work from home for however long it takes to combat coronavirus, then you could be looking at a Neumann TLM 103. Quality microphone, and you won't go wrong with the Neumann TLM 103. If, however, you don't have access to a sound-treated room, you still can work at home, although your choice would be better served going with a dynamic microphone. And in that, I mean perhaps a Shure SM7B, maybe the Heil PR40, both good microphones. No dynamic microphone in the world is going to give you the sound quality that a condenser microphone will if used in the correct environment. But equally, even the best condenser microphone used in the wrong environment will sound abysmal. So think carefully. If you have access to sound treatment, look at condenser microphones. If you don't, look at dynamic microphones. And I've given you some that may be of use to you. The other thing that you will need, obviously, is a way to get this into your PC or indeed your Mac if you use a Mac. And that is where your audio interface comes in. Now, again, if you're on a budget, look at the Focusrite Scarlett Solo or the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. These are just basic interfaces that will allow you to get your sound into the computer, and then you will be good to go. If you're recording, you're good to go. If you are perhaps trying to do a radio show, you are going to need some form of connection as well back to your radio station, and that's something that they will be able to help you with. But obviously, no matter what you connect back to your radio station, if you haven't got your microphone going into your computer, then you are struggling a little there, all right? So what you need is you need your microphone, probably some form of stand as well, because you don't really want handling noise on the microphone either. You need your microphone and some form of stand, whether it's a condenser or a dynamic, and you're going to need an interface. One very important thing here as well, if you do get a condenser microphone, remember it will need 48-volt phantom power. So make sure whatever interface you get has the ability to output 48-volt phantom power. And if your microphone does need phantom power, you will need an XLR to XLR connector. That's the 3 pins to the 3 pins, because that's how the power is carried. If you have an XLR at your microphone and a jack at the other end, that's all well and good for a dynamic microphone because it doesn't need power. But if it's a condenser microphone, you will get nothing because you're not powering it. Pretty simple from there, really. You will install the software on your computer for your interface. You can go with other interfaces as well, Behringer, Roland, other interfaces as well you can go with. Install the software, connect up the interface to your computer. When the interface is connected, make sure the 48-volt phantom power is off. Connect up your microphone. Okay, so firstly, phantom power switch, make sure it is off. Connect up your microphone to the interface. If it is a condenser microphone, turn on the 48-volt phantom power. And then you are in business. Open your digital audio workstation, whatever it is, Audition, Pro Tools, Audacity, Reaper, whatever. Make sure that you've configured your inputs and then just record a little test and make sure that everything is working. It may sound daunting. It's not really that daunting. It's just connecting the interface of the computer and the microphone to the interface, and then if necessary, turning on the phantom power. Once you've done that, you then just have to configure whatever software you're using. If you're doing voiceover, and you're using something like Audition, Reaper, Pro Tools, Audacity, whatever you're using, just make sure you have configured your inputs and outputs to be correct. Now, you can connect into the back of a Focusrite interface, a pair of studio monitors as well. But if you're just working from home, it may be that you're just going to use headphones. Again, plug those in the front. Make sure the interface is set as the input and the output of your digital audio workstation. Or again, if you are using some remote voice tracking for Zeta, for Playout One, for Myriad, for Station Playlist, for whatever you're using, make sure that that is also set to recognize your interface as the input and the output as well. And again, if you are working for radio, I'm sure they will be able to help you on getting configured on stuff like that. So remember, microphone and microphone stand, so you're not holding the microphone, because that would sound abysmal. Interface to connect the microphone to the computer, and that's it. You're off and running. Keep yourself safe. Wash your hands regularly if you do have to go out. Avoid people. Keep a meter away from people. And if you can, stay at home and keep yourself safe. And remember, make amazing audio.